What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're starting outside today, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working on this lawnmower. Now, I filmed a video last year, I don't know, might have been almost exactly a year ago, that I took this lawnmower and I got it out of the garbage for free. And it ran, but it had a smoking problem. I proceeded to take the lawnmower and do some things to it. All I did was change the air filter, change the spark plug, change the oil, and then clean the carburetor. It's kind of hard to tell. Doesn't look like there's anything in it. Of course, you'll get a better sense of that when you get to the bottom. But yeah, that stuff, it's pretty nasty. So that could be a little bit of why you're getting that smoke. It might have been time. I don't know how much you could see. I mean, it's kind of out of focus, but it's burnt. It got rust, which probably not a good thing. It's coated in a lot of nice junk, so we're gonna just go ahead and we're gonna change that. It ain't the dirtiest air cleaner that I've ever seen in my life. It ain't the cleanest either. Got mud in it, so that kind of concerns me, but I bought a new one, genuine Briggs. This is not a genuine Briggs. Let's go ahead and do that again. Took away the smoking problem. Won't smoke too bad. Seems to be running a whole lot better than she did before. Like, I can kind of, in my opinion, audibly hear that it runs a lot better. I don't see smoke coming out of the exhaust right now. Then I'm going to go ahead and shut her on down. But unfortunately, now anytime I try to start the lawnmower, it only runs for a few minutes under load, and then it has problems where it shuts off. So I think when I cleaned the carburetor somehow, or did all these other maintenance things, it kind of made a problem somewhere in the fuel system. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to try to take off the carburetor and replace it. I bought a brand new carburetor from Carb and we're going to try to replace it and try to make this lawnmower work again. So the first thing we're going to do is drain the fuel. and we're going to do that here in just a moment. Hey guys, now we're back. I have a jug and a siphon pump, and we're going to go ahead and try to siphon the gas out of this lawnmower. That way nothing more or less leaks out whenever we go ahead and try to change the carburetor. There's a little bit of gas left in here. I don't recommend putting it in a jug like this. Always try to use a gas can if you can. I don't have an extra gas can to use, so this jug will be fine for now. I'm not 100% sure that I want to be using this gas anymore. There's not much left in here. I did say that today's object is to go ahead and clean out this carburetor, which we will do. That's very important. There's some other maintenance things that we can go ahead and do as well. Now that we have the gas out, we can go ahead and get started with our other activity. Welcome back, guys. So we've got the lawnmower in here. Now we're just going to get right at it, tearing things apart to get to this carburetor. It's right behind this air box. So first we got to take out the off the air box and just look the amount of crud that is just on this carburetor here. Look at the back of this air box. It's just covered in sludgy, it smells like gas and oil. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to take off the carburetor now if I can figure out how it's held on here, and then we'll go from there. process, guys. Got the old carburetor off, and it's filthy. So I want to go ahead and open the bowl up on this thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Welcome back, guys. I think I underestimated exactly how dirty I thought this carburetor would be, but it's pretty gross. It's pretty nasty. We're not putting this carburetor back on, but I just want to dig through it and kind of see what it looks like on the inside. Now we look and search and see what exactly size bolt is this. 13 millimeter looks about right to me. I will show you guys the inside of this. Sorry, my camera angles are not great. I'll bring this over here. We'll see if it can point us in the direction of why we're having such a big time problem. It leaks all this awful fuel. So the inside of this carburetor doesn't look too bad. There's some like gum and some gunk in there. I'm not going to pull the jets out to see if they're dirty, but you can see there's really nothing in the bowl of this carburetor. The float's just dirty now because I touched it, but that's the end of that thing. We're going to go ahead and install the new one because I don't want to mess around. Before we go ahead and install the new one, I think we probably should attempt to clean some of the stuff on the underneath of this carburetor first. So we'll be right back with you after that's cleaned. I'm just going to go ahead and clean it off camera. Welcome back, guys. As you can tell, it's probably a different day. And we're going to go ahead and do what I said we were going to do in the last clip. I did go ahead and attempt to clean as much as I can the seating surfaces and everything for the carburetor. And we're going to go ahead and try to change the carburetor out today. And we're also going to go ahead and just replumb all the fuel lines. I picked these up from Rural King. So you can tell I got my Rural King hat on today. I'm not paid by Rural King at all, but I really like Rural King. Rural King, in my opinion, it's a one-stop shop. Say you needed to get something other than lumber, they don't carry lumber, but say you needed to go to a Tractor Supply, a Lowe's, and I don't know, say you needed a new shirt and a pair of pants or something, you can get all of that at Rural King, and you can get some pretty good prices on food like coffee and water. You can get, you know, they got a lot of snacks. Also, if you have animals, they got a lot of stuff from animals. An extensive amount of tools. They sell Milwaukee there. One of the only other places I've found Milwaukee other than like Home Depot, and I think maybe Ace has it. Let me know in the comments if Ace has it. Ace is another store that I really like, but we don't have an Ace. But anyway, Rural King. I'm in southwestern Pennsylvania. We have one in Connellsville. We have one in Washington, PA, and there's one in Morgantown, West Virginia that I go to sometimes, and they always have a lot of great stuff. But let's get away from the free promotion for Rural King, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to get the carburetor on, we're going to get all the fuel lines swapped. I'll put you on a time lapse, and I'll stop and let you in on anything if there's anything important that I think you guys need to know. We're up here on the bench again, guys. Forgot that I kind of had to cut the fuel line. I don't know what you're supposed to use to cut a fuel line, but I'm just going to try to use a safety knife. I did go ahead and look through this fuel line. I went ahead and took it off camera, and it is kind of dirty, so the more you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it, and hopefully nothing bad will come from just cutting this fuel line with a safety knife like this. Didn't think anything would. It looks like we're fine. I'm going to go ahead and cut in half because I want to install an inline fuel filter. So I'll just go ahead and cut it right in half. If you're out there and you're a small engine mechanic, go ahead and leave me down in the comments if I'm doing something wrong. Because I don't really know if I'm doing anything wrong. And there we go. Replacement piece for this with inline fuel filter. Now let's get you over to the mower and I'll install everything. got everything back together. Carburetor, fuel lines, everything went on fairly easily. Let me know in the comments, do you guys like the, do you guys prefer the time lapses? Can you see what I'm doing good enough? Or would you prefer it if I kind of like went in step by step and explained it? The time lapses save me a lot of time, but if you guys want an explanation, I can kind of give you an explanation. My thought process was less of like a how-to video and more of just to show you what I'm doing, more of vlogging, kind of lifestyle stuff. But I can kind of give you, if you guys would prefer me to do longer videos with more detailed information, we can do that as well. Putting on the carburetor was pretty easy, like I said. All you really have to do, it's 2 bolts hold it to the block, 2 bolts hold on, 3 bolts actually hold on the air cleaner housing, pull off the fuel lines, and then disconnect all the springs and reconnect everything. There's a couple videos out there on the internet about how to do that. But let me know if you'd like to have a detailed video on changing a carburetor on a lawnmower, because I actually have a snowblower that needs a carb job too. And if you'd like to watch that, I could always do it on that video. So now that everything's back together, I think we're gonna take this thing outside, put some fuel on it, and see if we can get her to start up. Okay guys, we're back. We've got the lawnmower outside. I'm gonna go ahead and put some gas in it, and then we're gonna see if she'll run. Doesn't look like we have any leaks. So let's go ahead and see if she'll start. Nice. Sounded like she started right up. That's a pretty good sign for our next video. Well guys, she started right up after we went ahead and changed the carb and the fuel lines. There's no leaks anywhere. Excuse me. And everything seems to be running pretty good. So I think that means in the next video, we're going to go ahead and give her the old test. What I mean by that is I'm going to go ahead and try to cut everything with that lawnmower that I would cut here with my all-wheel drive Toro recycler, which is they're pretty comparable mowers. I mean, obviously your Toro is going to be a lot better in my opinion than that Craftsman mower. The Toro mower cost a lot more money, or at least it would have originally. And the Toro mower, it's more of a professional series mower, whereas, you know, the Craftsman came from, I don't know, probably a Lowe's or a Sears. It's old enough so that I believe it was before the deal with Sears giving Craftsman to Lowe's. So it probably came from Lowe's, whereas my mower came from a Toro dealer. It's a lot better. And we're going to go ahead and try to cut everything I cut with that mower, hillsides, I don't know, maybe about 1/4 of an acre of grass. We're going to try to cut with that in the next video, because it looks like she works pretty good. But we'll see. I tried last year. Remember, I got the smoke problem fixed, no more smoke, and she started bogging down under load. So I don't know. Our little carb swap might be a temporary fix. There might be a little bit more of a problem. We're also going to go ahead and change the oil in the next video. Might want to run a little bit something thicker. I usually run SAE 30, in those mowers, I might go to 5W or 10W. I don't know if I have any 1030. I might go to 530. Got some Texaco Haviland stuff. It's a little bit better. So we're going to go ahead and do that in the next video. We're going to, like I said, mow the lawn, do all that. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you thought about today's video. If you tuned into the video and you're upset that I didn't give you a step-by-step kind of, you know, carb replacement deal, I can do a whole video on small engine carburetors if you want. I know a little bit. But this was more of a revival type deal. Bash it out, get it done, and get her to work. Like I said, that snowblower right there, it needs its carb replaced. It's an old White Outdoors 50-to-1. I've been throwing around whether I want to replace that carburetor on that. I've got an old Tecumseh engine on it. Or if I want to just go ahead and do a review on a live fan engine, because I have a live fan engine that'll fit. And not only will it fit that mower and probably make it, that snowblower and make it run a lot better, it'll take it from being a 50-to-1 two-stroke to being a four-stroke, four-cycle engine, and, you know, run separate gas and oil, because I do not really like working with two strokes, guys. I had an old Lawn Boy Professional lawnmower. It was a two-stroke. It was a great mower, but it was a pain to have to always mix the gas and oil. I got a ton of two-cycle oil, mainly for my my weed whacker over there. Dang, guys, I cannot talk today. I've been a little bit under the weather, I think, the last couple of days, so trying to get things done and working with not a lot of sleep. But anyway, before I keep rambling on, that'll do it for today's video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe here on the Mike Falapi YouTube channel. We got a lot of videos coming, guys. This lawnmower video was our first video kind of back with you guys. You might have seen some of my old content on this channel. Got some songs that I put up. Got some comedy bits and stuff. But we're going to be doing more of this type of stuff. Doing builds here in the shop. Doing some adventures. I got in the next video that'll probably come up on the channel is a video I did where I went to Sidling Hill, Maryland. I got a video on building this bicycle I got right here, putting it back together. And there's a lot of videos that are going to be coming, guys. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, keep in the loop on what's going on. Follow me on Instagram at Mike Falapi. And we'll see you on the next video, guys.